Welcome to the Big Ree and Ace Pick 6, NFL Week 15. Alright, let's go, Ace.
Alright, here we go, boys. NFL Week 15. I am so excited about this week. This looks like a super easy week. Cannot wait here, guys. This is an easy one, guys. Get ready. Get the popcorn ready for Sunday. Start you guys off. Game 1, 4-9 Denver Broncos at the 3-10 Indianapolis Colts. Denver is a 2.5 point favorite here. Denver was on an 8-game losing streak until they came back last week with a 23-0 shutout against the New York Jets. Then we got quarterback Trevor Siemian, looked really solid last week. Obviously is the best option there on that team other than Osweiler and Paxton Lynch. So I feel like that was a big difference, and that contributed to just the team not playing well because they had no confidence in their QB play, and they felt like they were going to lose games anyways because their QB couldn't even drive the ball down 20 yards. So that's a big deal. They still have the second-ranked pass defense. Remember that, guys. Yes, they're really bad at home. They're 0-6 on the road, but they do have the second-ranked pass defense, and they're going up against the Colts, who can't run the ball worth crap. Gore, I don't even know how old that guy is. I don't know why he's still in the league. Yeah, he had 130 yards last week, but he had like 30-plus carries, so he better have that many yards. Then let's talk about Indianapolis. They're 3-10. They're on a 4-game losing streak, and they're 1-7 in the last 8 games. Only wins that they have: San Francisco, Cleveland, and Houston. So they're not winning against any good teams here, guys. They're only averaging 14 points per game over those 8 games, so they're struggling to put up points. And there's not going to be enough offense at all, especially going up against Denver's D. Brissett's going to struggle. This is a very, very, very easy one. Denver's underrated. Take Denver minus 2.5. Game 2 here, we got the 4-9 Chicago Bears at Detroit, who is 7-6. Detroit is a 5-point favorite here, boys. Yes, Chicago is coming off a huge 33-7 win last week at Cincy. I don't know what happened to Cincinnati. I predicted they were going to win and cover. They got their ass handed to them. But still, don't get fooled. Cincinnati lost that game. The Bears didn't win that game. Cincinnati sucks, and we're not going to take them for the rest of the season. But anyhow, they are still 1-5 in their last 6 games, the Bears. They still struggle on the road. I don't care about that win last week. Throw that out the damn window. Trubisky is still a rookie. He had a good game, had probably one of his best games of his career last week, 25 for 32, 200-plus yards, whatever. I still don't believe in him. I don't think he's going to be able to do it twice in a row. And then Jordan Howard had a good game last week, but still, I knew they kind of had a feeling they were playing against a shitty Cincinnati D, and he's not going to be able to repeat that against Detroit. He'll play solid, but he had a game of the year too. He's not going to repeat that. Then let's look at Detroit, 7-6. They're 4-2 in their last 6 games, and they did have a nice win on the road against the Bucs last week. And you know what? They've been playing really well this season. They just had tough losses to really good teams. They lost by 4 to Atlanta. They lost by 3 to Carolina, 5 to Pittsburgh, 7 to Minnesota. So they're losing to really good teams by single digits. Stafford, he had 2 mediocre games against Baltimore and Tampa Bay the last 2 weeks. So I feel like he's going to have a huge bounce back game, especially at home against the Bears. Trust me, I think he's going to have a huge game. This is an easy one, boys. Do not get fooled here. This is my lock of the week. Take Detroit minus 5. Game 3, we got the 8-5 Tennessee Titans at the 3-10 San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco is a 2-point favorite here, boys. Tennessee 6-2 over the last 8 games, but out of those 6 wins were just against really bad teams, guys. They had 2 wins against Indy, 1 win against Cleveland, 1 win against Houston. and then 1 win against Cincinnati. And I don't want to talk anymore about Cincinnati. Wasted enough time and energy there. Last week they lost 12-7 against Arizona. Big Reed predicted that Arizona was going to win that game. And so Tennessee is trending down. Trending down. They're 8-5, but don't respect their record. Doesn't really show what kind of team they are. Mariota is continuing to struggle. The guy's got 10 interceptions in the last 6 games. Turnover machine. I don't know what's wrong with him. Then at running back, they got Murray and Henry, who are just continuing to split carries. I don't know what's going on. Nobody can get a momentum there. That's hurting the run game in general. And then we got San Francisco, who is 3-10, but they are 3-1 in their last 4 games, and they're holding teams to under 20 points during those 4 games. They did trade for Jimmy Garoppolo, and I think that excitement of Jimmy coming to the team is translated into the team putting more effort in, playing well, and everybody's excited. Jimmy's playing well. He's on his 2 starts averaging 300 plus yards, 65% completion rate, and I still think he's just getting warmed up. I think he's going to play better for the rest of the year. And Carlos Hyde is quietly having a solid year, probably going to get close to 1,000 yards and over 4 yards a carry. So I really think San Francisco is trending up. They're going to be playing better. Tennessee is just going to fall apart the rest of the season. I like San Francisco here at home. Take San Francisco -2. Big Reed, let's go.
The first game I got is the Cleveland Browns at the Baltimore Ravens. The current line is Ravens -7. We got the Browns coming off a devastating loss. They were up 14 in the fourth quarter, losing to the Packers in overtime. I don't know what the hell Deshaun Kaiser was thinking with that interception throw. Said he was going for a game-winning touchdown. I didn't know what the hell he's talking about. And we also got the Ravens coming off another devastating loss to the Steelers. They were down 14-0, then came up with the lead, and then just blew it again. I mean, they have one of the best defenses, but their defense didn't show up. Antonio Brown, 213 yards. Big Ben, 506 yards. Le'Veon Bell had a big game with 123 scrimmage yards and 3 touchdowns. But Deshaun Kaiser is nothing close to Big Ben. Joe Flacco is going to have a good game. I really like Baltimore's defense, so I'm taking Baltimore -7. The next game we got is the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to MetLife Stadium to take on the G-Men, the Giants. The current line is Eagles -7. Obviously, Eagles coming off a good win, but losing QB Carson Wentz for the season is a big blow. Really not. That was a huge loss. They came off a win versus the Rams by 8 points. Giants coming off a loss to the Cowboys, 30-10. Giants just aren't who they are. The Giants are the Giants, and I just don't like them this season. And the Eagles are playing very well. And Nick Foles looked really good in the fourth quarter in that game. Alshon Jeffries did well. Jay Ajayi had 78 yards. He looks like he's picking it up and might take over the lead carries. And I'm taking the Eagles -7.5 here. The final game I got is Cowboys at Raiders. Cowboys coming off a big 20-point win, as I mentioned. And we got the Raiders coming off a bad loss, 26-15. Don't let the 15 points fool you. That was all garbage time points. Dak, he hasn't looked good without Ezekiel Elliott. Sean Lee finally picked it up. Raiders just have been the Raiders, but I am going with the Raiders here. It's going to be at the Black Hole. If you're at this game, please be safe. There's going to be many fights. So I'm taking the Raiders +3. All right, peace out, guys.